The Haunted House in Bride Street. Mr. Moulin, sometimes grocer in Bride Street, was left a widower, with a charge of several small children, some of them young girls, and very soon after their mother's death, steps began to be heard upstairs and downstairs, and chiefly into the nursery. Great alarm and fright prevailed, and the maid and the children appealed to the master of the house, who pooh-poohed their fears. They suspected, however, from his own careworn looks, that he had also received disagreeable visits. The poor children began to lose the natural cheer of youth, and to be found with scared looks, especially towards night. And little wonder, for steps were constantly heard pacing across the nursery, and sometimes they would be conscious, from the low sound of breathing and sighing, that someone was standing beside their beds. One night when the maid was following Mr. Moulin upstairs from the cellar, she distinctly saw a small man with a red cape on, following close to her master's steps, and holding him by the skirts of his coat. That was the only appearance, and it was the more remarkable, as all were of the opinion that it was the spirit of the mother who was showing her anxiety for her daughters in this disagreeable way. At last, as Anne O'Neill, the maid, was one evening sitting at the kitchen table, employed at drying and drawing out laces and frills, with her Italian iron on the table before her, and the master sitting on the other side and smoking, he had come into the kitchen for that purpose. She was sensible of the presence of her late mistress, passing close by her in the direction of the fire, and could only distinguish the words in a whisper. "Ahkoond, Ahkoond, Ahkoond." "Oh, master," she did say, "did you hear that?" "What, you fool?" "Oh, my mistress passing by me and moaning." "It's all imagined," he said, but he spoke in a vexed tone. Don't encourage the children in these nonsensical whims." That night the eldest daughter, who commonly seemed in more terror than her sisters, was sleeping next to Anne O'Neill, and she all at once woke up, became conscious of some awful presence. A cold perspiration burst out all over her, and she tried to cry out, but was not able to. In this state she received 3 severe slaps on the shoulders, and fell over into a swoon. The father, hearing in the morning what had happened, made up his mind to abandon the house as soon as he could. In a few weeks was settled on Dorset Street. The persecution or warning, or whatever it was, did not follow the family into their new residence. Some of the persons who experienced this domestic visitation are said to have been known to the writer, and were persons who would not willfully tell a falsehood. You decide. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more.